Hi everyone, Donna Log Cabin Stitcher here, and I've been working through my yarn stash and I came across a one skein mandala sparkle, and it's a number 3 weight, and there's about 328 yards on this skein. And I thought, what am I going to do with this? So I thought I'm going to make a cowl, even though it's been like 90 degrees here every day. I wanted just something real simple and quick that I could use this skein, and it works up very quickly. So this is what it looks like. I made this one and then I went to Walmart one day and I noticed they actually had a couple skeins of it, so I picked up another skein. So I picked up this real pretty pink colorway, and it's just a real easy double crochet row and then some mesh rows. So, and I made mine long enough to wrap around twice around my neck, and then you know, when it gets cold and windy, you could take one layer and kind of pull it up over your head. So if you want to make it longer like that. Like I said, it takes between 325 and 350 yards. I am making another one with another skein I had, Mandala Ombre, and this one has 344 yards on it, and it is a number 4 weight. But same concept. So, and when I show you how to do the pattern, it's going to be 5 sets of repeats. But this one right now only has 4. And when I show you how to do it, you'll see where the repeats are. But I think I have enough yarn left to do one more set of the repeats. But you could certainly stop at 4 if you didn't have enough yarn, or you don't have a 325 yards on your skein. If it's a little less than that, then just stop at the 4 row repeat, and that'll be fine. You could also mix it up a little bit. I did 1 row a double crochet and then 3 rows of the mesh stitch. But you could certainly do, 1 row double crochet, 1 row mesh, and then 1 row double crochet and 1 row mesh. Or you could do 2 rows of mesh. Just mix it up to however you would like your cowl to be. So, and like I said, this one's pretty snug. I like mine snug. I like mine up against my neck. But you can certainly make yours longer. And, of course, if you make it longer, then it'll take more yarn. So you might not be able to get the 5 rows of repeat in there, which is fine. Just do the 4 then. I pulled out a couple other skeins of yarn. Of course, your Red Heart Super Saver, any one of those skeins, there are 364 yards on these, so that would give you plenty to make this with a little leftover. Also, like the Karen Simply Soft, you could use these. These are both a number 4 weight, which is fine. These were number 3 weight, but number 4 weight works great also. But the Karen Simply Soft only has 315 yards, so you might not get the 5 repeats that I do. You might have to stop at 4. So it'll be close to do the 5 repeats. And you could always kind of fudge on that last row. The last row is a double crochet row. You could maybe just do half double crochets. So maybe this one would work. And then I also pulled out, I think this would be beautiful, the new Red Heart. I don't know how new this is now, but it's the Roll With It yarns. I love these yarns, and look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? This colorway is called Showtime. but it's a number 4 weight, and it has, yeah, 389 yards, so that would be plenty to make one of these cowls. So let me show you how I did it. It is really quick and easy, and I hope you enjoy it. So let me show you how to make this easy cowl pattern. It has double crochet and some mesh stitches. And I'm going to be using a J10 crochet hook, 6.0 millimeter. And the yarn I am using is Mandala Sparkle. It has 328 yards on it, 300 meters. It's a number 3 size yarn. And the color I am using is Nova. Pretty pinks and grays. So I have started with a slip knot on my hook. And what we're going to do is a double crochet foundation to start with. So I am going to chain 3, and then I am going to do yarn over my hook and put it in that very first chain, pull up a loop, and then I'm going to pull just through that first loop, and that's going to make your chain stitch. And then I'm going to pull through 2 and pull through 2. So this is going to be my first double crochet, that chain stitch, and then this is my second double crochet. So yarn over your hook and look for that V at the bottom of this double crochet we just made. So you want to stick it under both of those yarns, pull through, and then pull through 1, that's your chain stitch, and then pull through 2 and pull through 2, and that makes your double crochet. So do that again, yarn over and look for that little V stitch there on the bottom. We're going to go through both those loops, yarn over, pull through, go through 1, and then finish your double crochet. 1, 2. So you can see I now have 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches. So you're going to do that a total of 180 times. Yarn over, find that little V stitch, go under, pull up the loop, pull through 1, pull through 2, pull through 2. So do that 180 times, and I like to start this way, that way you can adjust your length very easily. So just do 180 of those and meet me back here. Okay, so I have 180 foundation double crochets, and mine measures about 52 inches long. So what you want to do is just pull it through so everything is not twisted. Just keep going to the end. So I am going to match this end where I ended to my beginning chain, and I'm going to slip stitch. Here's our 2 chains right here that count as my first double crochet. I'm going to slip stitch in the top of that second chain. Okay, now this is going to be kind of open right here, but what we're going to do is take this tail and we'll connect it and then weave in this end. Okay, and I know this was hard to see, this white, so there's a lot of videos out there that do the foundation double crochet. It's also called like double crochet chainless foundation. I did find a pretty good video that shows you how to do it, so if I remember I will link that below. Okay, now for the second round, and this is going to start our repeat round, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and this counts as my first double crochet and my chain 1. So, and it's right on top of our first stitch right there. So I'm going to skip a chain, and then that next chain I'm going to do a double crochet. So the first row was kind of cumbersome, but once you get that done, then the rest of this goes pretty quick. Okay, so I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to skip a chain, and I'm going to double crochet in the next chain. And I'm going to chain 1, skip a chain, and then double crochet in the next chain. And that is what you're going to do all the way along this row. This will be your mesh row. So see, it goes pretty quick. So just do that all along this row, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. I wanted to tell you too, this would be a good time to try this on. Put it over your head and then wrap it around again, so it's wrapped around twice around your neck, just to see if it's the right length for you. That's why we did the foundation double crochet at the beginning. That way you can add more stitches or take some stitches out. So just try it on and see if it works for you. Okay, so I'm coming up to the end of round 2. So, and I went ahead and connected here at the bottom so it wouldn't twist on me. I haven't tucked in my tail yet, but I did connect it. Okay, so I chain 1, I'm going to skip 1, I'm going to do a double crochet in the next double crochet, I'm going to chain 1. Okay, now here's our starting chain 3. So in the second chain right here, I am going to do a slip stitch. Okay, so that completes our second row. Okay, so now on the third row, round 3 is going to be just like round 2. So you're going to chain 3, and then you're going to skip this chain 1 space, and you're going to do a double crochet in the next double crochet. Chain 1, skip this chain 1 space, do a double crochet in the next double crochet. Chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet. So that is all there is for row 3. You just keep doing that all the way around. So that is for row 3. Okay, so I'm coming up to the end of round 3. So I chained 1. I'm going to do my double crochet and the double crochet, chain 1. Okay, here's our starting chain, or chain 3. So in that second chain right there, I'm going to do a slip stitch. Okay, so that ends round 3. Okay, so for round 4, we're going to do one more row of mesh. So do your chain 3, skip the chain space, and do a double crochet in the double crochet. Chain 1, skip your chain 1 space, Do a double crochet and the double crochet with that. Okay, one more time, chain 1, double crochet and the double crochet. So exact same thing, so the last row, I'm going to do that all the way around for row 4. Okay, so I'm coming up to the end of round 4. I did my chain 1, do my double crochet and my double crochet, chain 1, here's our beginning chain 3. I'm going to do a slip stitch in that second chain, and that ends round 4. Okay, so round 5 we're going to chain 2. That's going to be our first double crochet. Then we're going to, in our chain 1 space, we're going to do a double crochet. Then in our double crochet we're going to do a double crochet. And in the chain 1 a double crochet. So you're just doing a double crochet in each double crochet and a double crochet in each chain 1 space. So you're going to do that all the way around. And that's round for round 5. So just keep going, making double crochets all the way around. Okay, so I'm coming to the end of round 5. I do my double crochet, my double crochet, double crochet in my chain 1 space. Okay, now here's where we started with our chain 2. So I'm going to slip stitch in that second chain right there. I like to grab both loops. Okay, so that is the end of round 5, and that looking pretty. So what you're going to do from here on out, you're going to repeat these 4 rows right here. You're going to do 3 rows of mesh and 1 row of double crochet, and you're going to do that a total of 5 times. So we have 1 set done, so you're going to do it 4 more times. So just to get you started, we're going to chain 3. That's our first double crochet and our chain 1, and that lines up with this one right here. So we're going to skip the next one. We're going to do double crochet in the next one, chain 1, skip the next double crochet, and double crochet in the next one. So we are starting our mesh row again. So just keep going with this pattern repeat of these 4 rows until you have 5 of these done, 5 repeats. Okay, just keep going, and it works up pretty quick when you do these mesh rows. Okay, I just wanted to show you I finished my second set of row repeats. So here's my first set, 4 rows, and here's my second set of 4 rows. So I'm going to do 3 more sets, so I'll have a total of 5. Okay, I'm down to my last set of repeats. Here's 1 set, 2 set, 3, 4, and 5. So I am at the end of my row. So I'm just going to finish my double crochet and then slip stitch to my second chain. And then I'm just going to end off. Cut my yarn. And pull it through. And then I will just weave in that end. And then on this side where we started, I will just take my needle and you want to catch this bottom edge, so just kind of anywhere in there. I'm going to catch, and I'm going to try to catch 2 strands, and then just pull it together, and then I'm going to wrap it around and catch it again so it's nice and secure. And then I will just take this and weave this end in too. So there you have it, a real simple crochet cowl with 1 skein of yarn. Thanks for watching and subscribing, and I will be back soon.